Aria for 3.
Tui a te heke, tui, tui a ki a tātou katoa, kua tae mai ki tēnā ngā whiringa tō I Whakatane, tēnei tō maruwhiri, no rua hine maunga, tararua maunga, e mihi kaua tuana kia mātātua waka. Tēnā koutou katoa, straight off one of the backfields, and I'm in here, and I'm just waiting for my mate to join me, here in the, as he used to call it, the Ferrari of the series, Mr. Peter McIntyre, who's just come off a pretty hot women's game, playing up Legacy. But here we have it, Wairere taking on Pearl Jam, and straight from the women's final. Kia ora, my bro.
Kia ora hoa, great to call a game with you, my brother. You know, it's a privilege to actually be here, but to call the Pearl Jam Wairere game, no players, we both know players right across the board here. We've both coached them, and this is going to be a boomer. You know, I've been in this seat for a short time, and it's quite overwhelming, I have to say. And you know, I'm the spectacle is going to be a big one. I'm feeling. It's going to be quite interesting how this is approached with Danyan. Oh, I see Danyan's out there, so so he's not missing. So there's. But just on behalf of everyone from the Whakatane organisation, I just want to thank our sponsors before we get into this game thing. The Whakatane Touch Association Charitable Trust, Whakatane Ōhope Community Board, the Lion Foundation, One Foundation, and Clearsite Consultancy. All yours, Hika.
Awesome, man. As we see, we got Wairere, the traditional colours here. I see we've got Te Awa Morris out there. Looks like we've got E4 himself on the ball. There's Raiki, we've got Chauncey, Trey far side, and it must be none other than Harmy on this side, coming up against some very formidable defenders in Danyan and Rolleston there, Pete.
Yes, and it's going to be very interesting how this is played. You know, and I've been talking about it all day, the basic fundamentals, and obviously the intensity starts real quick.
Oh, we've got the best view in the house, a little E4 on a follow here, goes through the hands. Oh, just lovely defence.
Yeah, great recovery by Nate there. You know, he's in holding that gate and then he's out. You know, his physicality in terms of what he brings. But I'm loving the little change-ups in terms of the 32 platform, you know, faking it for long and coming back with the little help ball.
Yeah, and there's the younger brother there just coming up the middle, like you talked about earlier, Pete. Micro skills, those 1%ers coming up the field, lift through there. That's a great lift from Wairere.
Oh, I'm liking the Pearl Jam attitude here. You know, I've seen them being a little bit clunky in the other games that they've played, but here they look like they're ready for business. You know, it's the big dance, and they're ready to, you know, and they ran this one. Oh, hard luck. They ran this one in the previous semi against Playing Up, with that early feed to the link and drag him wide and then reverse follow in.
And there's the new call there coming through. You always roll the dice on that one, but George Durbanberg just come up, faked the touch, and he's got a massive turnover for Pearl Jam, and they're in great field position. And as we look to the field, here comes Louis Nickel on the field. The younger brother Durban Burgess, there's three of them out there, which is always awesome to see in our sport. Lance David's out here with some quick feet.
I have to say, Lewis has been on fire with just his player IQ in terms of his release and what he's seeing in his early release and what he's giving. You know, he's been very, very good today.
Yeah, and we just teasing the defence. He's getting an eyes up here. We've got some couple of players just returned from the World Cup there, and Afion Jones with the mixed, and I see Legion Hotham also there. The dentist is out there. Very, very well-known whānau, born in your back of the woods there, Putararu.
Oh yeah, you know, it's a breeding ground for touch players, Putararu, you know. And our we have a club, Taro Taro, which is prominent out of Putararu. But yes, the Hothams are from there as Tamatoa brings us forward with his very, very intense and extreme speed. I'm loving the openness.
Just lovely rhythm also, Pete, as they come up the field. just setting for a platform here. Shan Tōmuri was with the Cook Islands World Cup. Chauncey on the ball. He's got a lot of time on the ball, Chauncey. I don't think they'll be happy with the end of that set, but they've definitely found their rhythm through the field, through the orange, as we say, Pete.
Interesting their line they're playing there. They're playing very flat, and to be very flat against this team, they're renowned for their links getting up in the lane, so your pass has to have been so accurate. And it was, I have to say, it was very accurate, but you know, you're running the risk of that link connection and that link lifting and getting into that channel. And we talk about Lance Davis, you know, he's an exponent and a very good exponent of ensuring that happens.
And just see the back end of the set, George Thurman Burgess, he's sort of running that play that our open ends ran at the World Cup, that tuck at the back end. I think just sort of having a look at the picture defensively.
As Wairere bring it forward, I'm loving the openness that our refs are giving us, you know, to express ourselves in terms of a good open men's game.
Yeah, and they're definitely kicking over to that far 32 platform at the back end of the set, aren't they, Wairere?
Yeah. Interesting. You'd think they'd kick out to this Pearl Jam box side and finish over there, but big turnover here for Pearl Jam, and I talked about it earlier. It was a little bit clunky through the rounds, you know, so at this stage, you know, that's a big work on for Pearl Jam, as you don't want to give this guy too much ball to play ball, you know, and they've got a lot of tack there, don't get me wrong, but at the World Cup he was exceptional. And I talk about guys in the lane, and as I do, you know, Nate Rolliston gets up and gets in that lane.
Yeah, I guess when he falls out there, you've got to be on your toes, don't you, Pete? And they look like they've done the homework. And just while we're here, we just want to give a big shout out to the top three refs here, Thomas, Ben and Quinn, who've been given the big job of the Whakatane final. Yeah,
and I take my hat off to referees, you know, like they're unsung heroes, you know, they really are. And from the back of that, look, we've got Pearl Jam, you know, getting the meat pie at the back of that, Hicks, and what are you seeing here?
Yeah, it looks like it's a nice, I think first and foremost, if you look at the platform set here, digs across here, Tamatea, lovely platform fake there, comes short side, just goes through the numbers, open side back to that, and yeah, I guess they stood quite late. Why did they off that, Pete?
I loved Tamatea's. I've been talking about that assisting line that they are doing as Shan Tōmuri, as he comes through with a kick out and a dummy and cuts them straight through the middle. But going back to that line that Tamatea run, beautiful line, you know.
That's a big heads up to Shan, because Shan has seen Rolliston get up in the lane twice now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So he lifts again, he sees him up there, throws a dummy, through he goes. So that's a bit of IQ there. So we've got 1-1, 5 minutes into the Open Men's Final here at Whakatane 2025.
And I loved Shan's pirouette, you know. I don't know about the pirouette, but, you know, like it was pretty.
That's a bit like your defence, though, Pete. I see your pirouette. Oh, and there we go on the follow.
They ran this one in the semi-final against Playing Up. You know, that's that little pet play there. You know, so yeah, really sharp.
There's a real art to the follow, isn't there, Pete?
Yeah. And what they do is if you watch here, as he lifts, he gives it there. Oh, and they switched off. He gives it there, and then they run the same outline, which gives the deception of your retreat line being bigger, and then they kick back on that follow line.
Yeah, that's a lovely adjustment. It's a very lovely adjustment. Normally he would pass, but he does it. He goes Legion. Another, that's a great touch.
Yeah, great touch, great defence.
Yeah, Ezra, he's really coming through the young fella. Yeah, and a lovely defensive touch again. That left edge there for Pearl Jam has been asked a lot of questions early in this game, and they've stood up. His lads, nice and direct. Good to see direct yards there, Pete.
I think Wairere need to be a little bit better out of their transition. You know, they're going to like a lot of a static game where they're 3-4, and then they sort of slow it up for their final touches. I'd like to see them be a little bit better as we see Pearl Jam coming through. I like Pearl Jam's attitude to effort on that 4-5, you know, it's really giving them a good platform to be sharp and accurate at back end.
Yeah, and they're still working hard defensively, still lifting Pearl Jam, just coming over halfway. They haven't got big meters at all on this set. Shan Tōmuri on the late pick. Yeah, Dan, he'll eat that up every day of the week.
Yeah, I don't know about that middle. You know, it's not a really good power platform, especially coming through that 50. I'd rather see them kick out to a 32 platform, coming back to some sort of latch or collapse.
Yeah, here's Wollaston. Haven't seen him on the ball, but he's definitely been playing a massive role as a defensive player. You go the Durban Burgess brothers. George on the ball. Might just come off his right. He's got a nice right to left, George. It's definitely the side he favours, and he's been hot on the back end of sets, hasn't he?
Yeah, and the Burgess boys have been very, very good today in terms of both ends of the field. You know, they've been adding, and I talked today about the value a player brings and where he brings it. And to be honest, in the open men's now, you've got to add value right through the field. And I think the Burgess boys, you know, they do that.
Yes, they're going to get that back. Ooh, yeah, it looked like he had a hand to it.
Interesting.
Yep.
I think the exit of Wairere just needs to tidy up a little bit. You know, they're just making it to half, or they're just making it out of transition. So that would be a work on. I'd look for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's as Lewis puts one of his trick shots on. I tell you, the boy's just got that vision for those trick shots, and he does them well. So we'll be happy with that one down the short side. He's looking. You can see him actually look up and have a glance.
Well, if you watch, Wairere, they don't seem to be as aggressive defensively, but they just send that one player up here, which isolates the winger. Yeah, just gets on the outside. And
that's a New Zealand winger. He's going outside there, so that's pretty good.
And there we have it. Pearl Jam take a 3-1 lead. This is the men's final, if you've just tuned in. 2025 here. None other than the best club tournament in the world, Whakatane. Yeah, I just love their outside release defensively, Pete. They're so sound.
It's like ballroom dancing. It's sequenced so good.
Ooh, yeah. And again, Ezra. They've asked a lot of questions. He stood up to the task. Here's Daniel and that micro skill set you talked about.
Beautiful.
You know, and look, touches on the side. That's a better lift.
And I just like what Daniel brings in terms of giving them some forward momentum and some direction. You know, even without saying anything. We talked in the last game when they had the semi that what he brings, and when he got injured and went, they sort of lost a little bit of direction there.
Yeah, he's sort of like the James Bond of our game, isn't he, Daniel?
Well, James Bond's a fan of mine. If you want to call him James Bond.
He's a gentleman, smooth as they come, and a very efficient, slick operator.
Yeah, I think his eyes up vision and for multiple plays, not so much single plays, but multiple, as Wairere, like I talked about, they just got it's a big tidy up for them. They've got to tidy up that part of their game. You know, they're getting sort of to transition, and then they're doing those little errors where you're going to put yourself under the pump if you give Pearl Jam the opportunity to attack, and multiple times as the hot hand comes to the field.
Yeah, look at this ball movement, just really stretching this Wairere defence, isolating that middle. We've got Wollaston here, Louis Nicol, Shan on defence. There's that nice little fadeaway play that they normally go to. He's just sort of teasing them, isn't he? Yeah, look at that. Gets a repeat set.
I love Louis, just what he brings to the offense side of our game, you know.
Yeah, Toby there. You're very good at controlling tempo. Yeah, great work, great work.
Yeah, some good defence, a little bit helter-skelter from Pearl Jam there. I think they're better if they open up that range of attack there.
Yeah, Bailey Cripp was up to the assignment. Yeah, nice.
Oh, good lift there from the link.
Yeah, some experience in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just taking their time there. It's always on.
Yeah, he sort of throws it, you know, he's got the arm extension but throws it from his wrists, you know, like...
Here we go, Wairere, TV Davis on the ball.
The last two, they haven't been good coming out of transition, so let's see what they get set up. That's better. That's better. I like that extension there.
Check back in.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, way to shut it down. They shut it down well.
You know, but give yourself a platform. Good feet. Oh, great feet, Tamatoa. Oh, hard luck.
And that's the injection Wairere need. We had Talwa Morris right here on their two touch blacks middles with speed.
Yeah. And I think that was one of their better ones, you know, where they didn't go middle. They actually extended it and opened up some some gates and some definition as Pearl Jam come through. You know, like, you know, there's 3 minutes still left in this half, so, you know, like, Pearl Jam could set some ascendancy.
Let's see if he's got the feet
Here we go.
Trey. Yes, and he's going to put this one down here, Trey.
That's a good finish.
Yes, that's quite a sort of momentum swing from what's been happening.
Yeah, it is, and they needed that. I think Wairere needed that, just to give themselves a little bit of confidence. You know, like, Pearl Jam sort of had their ascendancy and they're getting their opportunities, and then that one, you know, Trey just got up in that lane, got that one and went the length, and good on him.
Yeah, definitely stepped up with experience, and here we have it back live here. Lance Davis, Louis Nickel out here at left flank. Then we've got Ice there on the wing, coming through. Here's Lance, good feet around here. A lot of players played against each other over a lot of years, but here we go. Louis might get the special quick. He gets live, eyes up, through, yes. Ooh.
Good touch there, and just informing the ref that he touched him, and so give him a little hand, making the call.
Slightly different picture that Louis done there too, eh?
Yeah.
Got him around and really, really tested that outside edge of Wairere. That's a big win for Wairere. They score and D them out, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know about that finish from Pearl Jam. I'd like to see a latch play, something, you know, that's going to be a little bit more effective than just handing the ball over their box side.
Clunky in that orange.
Oh, very.
Right in front of their box too, over there. So I think they'll address that, I dare say.
Oh, yeah. If I'd like to see a change up if they pick up the middle and they go to the middle maybe twice to give them a little bit of, you know, space to play down that exit zone. You know, they're just bailing straight to the, and I call it a bail mentality, and, you know, due to the fact that we play a lot of system, we can get into that bail mentality, you know, and all we're worried about is getting to the box.
And it's very predictable too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So once you've trapped down that zone, they can, you know, and they can run a press, you know.
Yeah, they just got to stay alive here. Ball down. Yeah, look like ball down from us. Yeah, and man, they disguised that really, really well.
Yeah.
They disguised that really, really well. Lance, we don't really see Lance on the ball like that, so they put some new players in positions that we're not used to seeing.
Look at this. You know, watch as he comes
Fake,
around.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think that the middle, he overemphasised his in, and he was closing that, you know, that balanced gate, and then Lance just got him on the outside.
Yep. Good to see. Oh, here we go, half time, so we've got to run it here. But
that was good. You know, just a little bit off the ball and something a little bit different. So, what's your thoughts, Hicks? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I surprisingly haven't seen, I think, the hottest thing going around since the World Cup before on the ball, which is surprising. I'd like to see him on the ball a little bit more. Obviously, you know, he caused a lot of havoc, but they're probably more worried about tidying up their exit, I think, for Wairere. They've been quite clunky as they're exiting, like you're saying, at that option of 2 hits up the middle and then condition them that way. Pearl Jam, I think they'll be pretty happy, with that half. Yeah. I mean, they've got high standards and maybe a couple of sets they would like to finish better. Yeah. But when I look at Pearl Jam, they're going straight. They have good fly defence, you know, right through the field, and I think that's why they've been they've caused a few errors through that pressure on defence.
Yeah. And you know, if I was a box in Pearl Jam, as we see the probably trialist players running in their togs, I'd be saying to Pearl Jam, discipline. Just the discipline in those little aspects of winning that ruck, you know, giving yourself, winning that set, you know, what's next mentality in terms of their outside defence, ensuring that release is consistent, because it's been very, very good. If I was the Wairere, I'd be really looking at, you know, tying up the middle a little bit more before I go to my box, making sure gate 1 and gate 2 are defined so I can kick out a transition.
Yeah, I feel credit to the 3 adjudicators. I think they've opened up that zone of the field we've always asked for, Pete. But here we go back on the tri-lights. Tamatea gets the ball, comes around here. It's Toby and just sticks a nice line. That blues line, that 7s.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. And here we have Wairere coming again. Shantomura gets this. What feet shows through there. Beautiful. Man, wound back the clock there, Shantomura, didn't he?
Pirouette, freaking kick out on the left, pirouette, and
it's a
puts the
Peter
ball
Mac
down.
pirouette.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here is, this is this nice little follow.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to get a quickie here, isn't
look,
it? Goes
they
with
both
him.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
And it's like ballroom dancing. They do synchronization of that is beautiful.
Yeah, nice setup. And here we go. Here's a little look, Here's a little sneaky.
Yeah.
The
He
cheeky.
knew. Yeah, he knew. He didn't want to overemphasize that he was there, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and I guess that's where you can toy with that latch, can't you?
Yeah.
Here we go again, Georgie. Just going through the hands here. Oh, this was the intercept from Trey.
Trey picks up in that channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a big touchdown. It really moved the momentum.
Yes, and kept them in it. I'm having to say, Hicks. Like now that Pearl Jam are coming back with the start, they really need to D this one out.
Here we have it, second half, Pete. I know you've been to this tournament probably from its inception.
I'm not that old, Hicks. I'm not that old.
But here we have Lance Davids. We've got Ezra out there, Wollaston and Daniel standing at right link. And look at the speed. This is what we love, seeing this intensity on tap-offs, don't we, Pete?
Yes. And Lance, he's quite surprising. Sometimes he can win that gate how he gets his body through that. And he's very lethal here. And what he does, because he's so lethal, he slides that defence, and then on the far side you're going to get caught ball watching, and if he gets that one off, that's the outcome we get. Well done.
For me, they disguised the setup really well. He holds them up in the middle, and then he just slowly fades, gets a quickie. I mean, they'll be running that play for years, and that loose middle far side, he won't be happy with himself.
Yeah. So, at that stage, to start like that for Pearl Jam is a big play, It's like an uppercut. They've given them one, so why did they really need to come back in here?
Oh, beautiful touch.
Oh.
But didn't the young Durbis brother, didn't he hold?
Oh, yeah. And
he held, because if he released too early,
Yeah, that's right. He's going to give Tamator that room to use his attributes, which is absolute speed and agility. Yeah, so he holds that space just to tie him up long enough for Danyan to recover. And Danyan, with that hamstring, is doing really, really well.
Yep. 007, I think he's faking.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Another good set far side.
Oh, yeah, and I love how they do that release, and they really get that link to run that outside to get that follow play there. So let's see what Wairere are coming back with.
Yeah, 4 there. He falls out there. Good to see him on the ball here. Oh, yeah. They read that. It was very readable. Oh, yeah. Talk about a pirouette. There's a little half one.
I just think they're just getting a little bit flashy, and they just need to go, I don't want to say it, but get down, ass up, and, get some real, power platforms on back end. Wairere?
Yes. Almost looks like they're still finding their feet on attack, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go, Lance. This is the intensity he brings.
Oh.
Yeah. They'll just go through the field.
Yeah, and they get an outcome. I think that was beautiful from Lance. And obviously, they've had a good talk to in terms of what they want 4-5. And that's, I've seen it all day. Their 4-5 has probably been better than everyone else's in terms of consistency. And then you get Louis, he can play some ball, eh?
Yeah. Even Lance, not a known ball player, using his options really, really well.
I didn't think he had to release that one. I thought he was home and hose. He could have got through, but, early touches, so...
There's that early release with some speed.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're asking questions here, I say. They really are. A little bit of lateral movement, running. I think their assisting lines in terms of that link could have been, Nate could have been a little bit wider.
Yes. Wollaston, he's got that dive. Yeah. Yep. That splinter dive.
Yeah, that in between.
Almost unstoppable.
Yeah. 33 in between one. It seems to be the go-to lately, eh? It's the go-to.
And when you've got that height, but really good setup.
And
comes across.
Well done by Louis and Nate.
Gets his man, comes in here, and you're diving. You're diving from 5 out now when you're that tall.
I just thought Wairere was a little bit soft at contact there. They sort of gave up the 7. They've got to ensure that Pearl Jam's earning that 7, and this is men's. There's always a little bit of contact in there. Oh, I think that's Trey done really well there, getting back there.
Yeah, nice. Well, Jackson forced them to step back in.
Yeah.
And young Dan was there, the other Durban Burgess brother. There's 3 of them out there. There's Ezra.
Oh, I'm loving the change up. I'm loving. Oh, a little show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if he's on. He looks
oh,
short.
he looks short, but anyway, I'd like the little show off the ball there, and I'm liking going to the 32 platform mix. You know, it's way better. But look at this. I'm loving Pearl Jam in terms of their, you know, what are we looking at here, boys? It's our effort to ensure that we're at the right end of the field, using the right energy at the right time.
You know what's evident is role playing.
Yeah.
What's very evident is people's roles. You
Yes.
look at them, they go on, they all do the exact job that's needed, and they get the right person on the back end. If we get the replay here, you'll see Tamatea come on a late sweep, and George goes and picks the other way. So it's a plant here, George picks and he comes on that late sweep, which opens up that middle there.
Yeah.
It just keeps him really isolated.
Yeah.
But here we go, Wairere on the ball, E-Force on the ball here, using his feet.
I'm loving the defence. They, you know, they stay stable. Their gates are balanced. They're balancing the zones. Really, really good.
Yeah, and you'll see, oh nice, Tamatea just using his speed.
Oh.
It's speed on speed there, Toby's, you know, his speed.
I thought Tamatea was good. I didn't think the Ifion's is his shape off that didn't give him the space to run, and he didn't do anything off it. You know, like just the connection of, like you said, role playing in Wairere compared to Pearl Jam. You know, just those efforts off the ball as Louis comes on, and that's a great effort from Louis. You know, like.
Everyone's direct here,
Yeah.
good ball movement.
Great.
Tamatea kicks over to the 32, Dan on the ball, and just using his time. Oh yeah.
Not bad. Still ended up in the right place. Danyan picks his time. Danyan comes off, gives him a little bit of go forward. You know, like, hasn't the temperature dropped? I don't think it's dropping for Pearl Jam because they're on fire at the moment in terms of effort and their attitude to effort and where they're putting it.
And I just look at Pearl Jam's, you know, sub-box, they got Dan Nicol, Tomahawk, and, you know, they're playing roles even though they're not playing, Pete.
Yep.
That adds to your culture. Uses the hands here,
look
finishes
at
in the
that.
corner. That's
Oh, I don't know about the put down, you know. Needed to be a little bit more assertive than that. But anyway, he got it down in the end.
Yep, so that takes it 3-7. Pearl Jam ahead by 4, just over 6 minutes into the second half. Pete, what message are we sending here for Wairere?
Wairere need to pick up their accuracy, intensity in defence. That's number one. I think they need to be, the intensity needs to start here, right here on the first touch. And just their communication, I'm not hearing defensively there's loud comms in terms of a role or a decision on who's doing what, and that should help them out. The other side to that is once they've got that back, then it's get into a rucking mode and earn the right to play touch.
Nice, and there's a little bit of rain just coming on, so a big shout out to our production team there, our camera crew, sound techs, bringing you these live images. Gecko Productions here, none better in the business. Lance David's on the ball again. Harmy there, great touch from Harmy.
Oh, good out, you know, good out. Got a little bit caught deep on the line, so, you know, at least he got lateral here, and that's better. Let's get forward and pick up some. I'm loving that two up the middle, you know. They need to do something different to give them some sort of different outcome. And this needs to be intense through here.
Yeah, it's got to be clean and intense, doesn't it, Pete?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't think they, you know, setting up a power platform for Tamatea, you know, they need to be a little bit better than that because Pearl Jam are not going to give it up that easy.
Very predictable. I think you got to work them off the ball too, Pete, you know, like a stretch.
Yeah.
And then isolate, come back and isolate.
Yeah.
It's very predictable, and when you're ahead and you're up, Pearl Jam, you know, they'll put the feet in. Yes, George again. Man, the amount of times he's been on the ball, he's definitely their primary, isn't he?
Oh, yes, yeah.
On the back end.
Yeah, and Tamatea's been, Tama's been really good for them. As we talk, they're sending the ball player on himself.
Yeah, Tamatea's on the ball. We got Louis here, Nathan Wollaston, a lot of strike here.
The good thing is Louis gets time, and look at that. He gets time, he fakes that one. They just need to keep those middles balanced, you know. So a little bit of communication in terms of defence wouldn't go astray here, Hicks.
Yeah, and once again, it's, you know, you send the right people out with the right tools.
Yeah.
They manipulate it. I really like, they hold things up really well, Pete.
Yeah.
And they get the defender they want, eh?
It was the right time to send Louis out there because, he's going to slow it down for him anyway. So, he's using time and getting an outcome. Great work.
So here's the hold up here on the replay. He gets the exact right middle. Dummy there. Comes through. Short side shut. I don't know if they'll be happy with that one.
Yeah, I think that Ifeon, he slid and he didn't need to tighten that gate up there. And it's something that we're doing really bad in our country is we tighten up the gate for no purpose. And then Louis just too smart. He just shakes that one and kicks back short side. He's going against his body momentum. So, they don't need to push. They just need to ensure that they're accurate. They don't really need to push. And I think Wairere really need to push. With, we've got 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes to go here, Hicks. So, so they just need to get a call that's going to balance them up. Let's see what Wairere comes back with here.
Yeah, I think he might be saying there was a hand from Wairere, but it was definitely forward pass. I think it was a forward pass. Yeah, and I guess the adjudicators just make sure that they've got the right message, right?
Yeah.
No harm in that.
Yeah. If I was Wairere, I'd really be picking the ante up and ensuring that the intensity they need to get forward, and that's better. That's better. Oh, just that last touch,
Yeah, and I did see it was the semi for Wairere to come through was a drop off with loaded. And another great touch, the edge defence from Pearl Jam. That's where they've had to step up the most, I feel, and it's just been solid as a rock.
Yeah, and I don't want to say it, but the secret to the defence is ensuring that you can defend from outside in. Unfortunately, in our country, we defend from inside out. So if you're a young coach out there, if you can teach your team to defend from outside in, as Lance gets up the field and sidesteps 4 people, but he's going forward, and he's going forward with intent.
Yeah, and running freely.
Yeah.
You talked right at the start of the game, Pete, around micro skill and little things like that. There was a nice lift from the winger. And it's been a very, very clean performance from Pearl Jam in that respect.
I think they're just losing a little bit of shape. I mean, I know it's 8-3, like in the professionalism of our sport, we just need to ensure that we can just be a little bit more consistent. 8-3, you don't want to be breached. You'd like to see the score at 8-3, I suppose, if you were the coach. So that would be something from the box there to ensuring that we're going forward and we're sticking to our roles.
Yeah, and micro skill, just the error there. And
the ruck. I have a mantra, ruck, pass, catch, ruck. If you're going to lose, you lose more rucks than the other team, the likelihood is you'll lose the game.
Yeah, and premier teams here, we have obviously Pearl Jam Wairere in the final, and you'll see Wairere down at Brooklyn Battle next week. And the end of the month, you'll see Pearl Jam down at the Kiowa tournament. These 2 top teams get around the country and support those. We've got the 2-year 10K tournament, Pete.
Yes.
We've had Pacific Cup. There's just the tournaments that you can play in today now, Pete. Isn't it amazing in our country?
It's a circuit, I think, Hicks. And you rank the, I suppose, the top club on how many of the top tournaments they actually win. So, but I think as tournaments go, the prestige sits with the Whakatane tournament due to its history and longevity and the great teams that have won this tournament, past and present. Like even that one there, Hicks, they pressured a tip on. So that was really good. Better than them walking over, they'll pressure a tip on. Yeah,
and it was just good to finally see if we'll get a clean platform.
Yeah. So,
We've got those dancing feet of his from Tawamatu.
We've got 4 minutes to go, so I'm not saying it's over, but there's 5 in it, so one at a time. But time is your enemy and I said 4, and I look up at the clock, and now it's 2. I don't know what happened there, but maybe it's my eyes. As Tamatoa comes back,
yes,
A couple of young boys in there. The young boy from Grammar come across laterally, maybe a little bit late, and no comms in there. Great right, left. Tamatoa gets it down. So 8-4. You got 2 to play.
Yeah, just Tamatoa with that speed, left, right, whack, down it goes, nice and low. Through he goes. Pearl Jam leading this one, 8-4.
Yeah. The weather not playing ball, but anyway, we love Whakatane.
And it's only just arrived, you know, nice light little sprinkle.
Yeah.
Those that plant strawberries, they'll be pretty happy with that locally.
Oh, okay. Strawberries like water here. Look.
Always caught him off.
Yeah.
And you know, if there's one player that deserves another, it's Tamatea.
Oh, I think he's had a great tournament.
Same.
Yeah. He's been, you know, every opportunity he's had, he's taken, and you know, I'm loving it.
Yeah, he comes from a beautiful whānau also, Pete.
Yeah.
Give a lot to the game. As a whānau, players, referees, coaches. So he top ones down, and it's 9-4. And this will probably be the last attack that Wairere will have just to finish off this tournament.
Yeah.
Afion Jones there, he'll slide this one in. Yeah, slide it in.
And he got one.
And he got one there.
Yeah, so it's 9-5, you know, just to get them back one. And he kicks the ball down, so I doubt the ball will get back to halfway by the time the hooter goes. We've got a few seconds there, but anyway.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a long smoko break like they do at your kura, Pete.
Well, no.
Just to get back there.
We're all about mahi at my kura. Yeah, we're all about mahi, doing the mahi.
And here we have it. And there goes the hooter. They're going to tap this off and finish it off with probably the... Oh, no, the ref wants them to go back, tap it one more time. Oh, that's the hooter there.
Okay, and Lewis kicks the ball in, and congratulations to both our teams, but congratulations to the 2025 champions, Pearl Jam, for back-to-back finals.
Ka pai no reire te iwi e mihi ana ki a koutou, I hono mai ki tēnā o ngā kēmu nunui ko te pāwhitu poro. Tēnei māua ko Pete, atu I Whakatane, Mauri 2, Mauri ora.
Just on behalf of the crew here, and behalf on Whakatane Touch, just to all our athletes out there, I just want to thank you for turning up this year. To our finalists in all grades, congratulations on firstly making the final and being a part of Whakatane 2025. You know, to our sponsors, and I'll go through them yet again because they're the ones that ensure that this happens. Whakatane Touch Association Charitable Trust, Whakatane Ōhope Community Board, the Lion Foundation, One Foundation, and Clearsite Consultancy. I got that right for the 5th time.
And a big shout out to the walkers and those over at Tournament Control, the many refs that are here, Pete. Just it's a big operation, the Whakatane tournament. I think it's been running for many years.
Yes.
At
37.
37, there you go, 37. Yeah, 2 years younger than me, so nice stuff. But yeah, just once again, thank you to the production team, Gecko. It's always awesome to see our Haukainga, our locals, stepping into the space and bringing us the game that we love, Pete.
Yeah, and just from me to you, Hicks, I really appreciate that. I called the last game with you, and thank you for you know, supporting me through my career. You know, you coached my son. You know, you looked after. You give me crayfish, I hope. Either you or Piriwipu. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to say that. But anyway, thank you, whānau, and thank you to everyone who attended Whakatane 2025. Kia ora whānau.
XL up in the pen, you can't shake that. All the way gassed up, full tank, man. Moving too quick, keep the cameras in the playback. Dang, so tell me how you feel with it. You put a lid on it, I ain't got no chill with it. This right here your problem, you gon' have to deal with it.